Warning, heavy spoilers for My Hero Academia Season 8, Episode 2, You Have Been Warned. I already reviewed the episode, so go check it out. This episode adapts Chapter 401, 402, and 403. The placement of this wonderfully drawn flashback of All Might and his mother actually happened just before this moment in the manga. Horikoshi was absolutely dirty to have this really lovely flashback just before All Might is defeated by All For One. I do understand the anime adding that flashback at the beginning of the episode to make the audience much more hopeful and optimistic that things will be turning out okay. Of course, the hero killer Stain enters the battle, and oh my goodness, I was very hyped seeing this dude back in action. To me, it looks like the anime draws Hero Killer Stain to look more heroic than the absolute slimy looking monster he was portrayed in the manga. Mate, I was a bit devastated to see Hero Killer Stain absolutely knocked down by All For One. I thought maybe the tag team would work with All Might and Hero Killer Stain, but no, it did not. And for him to absolutely be taken out by All For One, did not see any of this coming. I was stunned. I must say that a lot of the Hero Killer Stain shots in the manga have more detail, but again, I understand the anime needing to reduce those line details to make the animation more fluid. The extra line details would take too long. But out of all of these shots in the first half of the episode, I must say that the manga absolutely wins. I mean, dude, Studio Bones did their damn best trying to adapt this shot of All Might, and he looks good in the anime. But dude, look at the manga version. Bro looks more like a villain than Hero Killer Stain in my opinion. Bloody hell, Horikoshi, the girl is 16 years old. This one scene of All For One's hand caused some controversy online, with some fans being quite disappointed that the anime didn't adapt this absolutely eerie shot of his hand. It would have looked incredibly cinematic to have his hand like this, but oh well. In my opinion, it's just a nitpick. I won't lie, Shigaraki telling All For One to back off was very satisfying. We know how much Shigaraki hates being told what to do. He wants to do things his way instead of being controlled by another. Dude, I felt incredibly disrespected seeing All For One pulling All Might the way he was pulling him. I must say, the manga does have that extra detail. He looks really disheveled in the manga. Meanwhile, the sequences of Deku and Shigaraki were absolutely well animated and well adapted from the manga into the anime in my opinion. I must say that a lot of these shots were absolutely spot on, mate. Not even just the artwork, but even the voice acting of Deku screaming All Might's name. You really felt Deku's pain and frustration. And speaking of All Might and All For One, when this flashback sequence appeared of Nana fighting All For One, I knew that they would have faithfully adapted this from the manga, and yes, it does look pretty amazing compared to the manga. Of course, the manga being black and white does give it that eerie gothic vibe. They managed to capture that with the colors and the lighting in my opinion. I love how Nana smiles even though she's been defeated because she believes in All Might. But man, what is it with All For One gripping people by the neck? It's almost like defeating them is not enough for him. Even though some of the detail was a little lost in the earlier parts of the episode, mainly with the Hero Killer Stain, that is not said for All Might in the anime because wow, look at this dude's face. I think this shot looks better than the manga in my opinion. Mate, I was absolutely gutted that All For One was one step ahead of All Might and was able to take out the explosion. His creepy smile gives me the heebie-jeebies. This dude needs to be locked up for looking like that. I mean, that is just pure evil. All Might wanted to stop this evil dude from causing more destruction and mayhem. All For One just laughing at All Might is just sickening to me, mate. I hate it in my opinion. I feel bad for All Might, and these shots compared to the manga look incredible, but I do like the slight camera angle in the manga. Seeing Melissa Shield and All Might's grand sensei just tearing up seeing this dude absolutely battered and bruised really did break my heart watching this in the anime. And the way All For One was just holding All Might, I thought the dude was going to take a break and have a Kit Kat. Because look at the way All Might is drawn in the manga. Honestly, the way he's drawn in the manga and the anime is stuff of of nightmares, and the anime actually added blood just to really punch the audience in the gut more. And mate, seeing poor Izuku Midoriya just absolutely conflicted on what to do. Should he fight Shigaraki or should he go and save All Might? Studio Bones animators and artists did a great job with Deku's face, capturing the rawness and insanity that was on display in the manga, and Shigaraki just smiling at the dude just makes me want to slap the dude. But I must say, this one particular shot is better drawn than the manga, and just when things seem hopeless, a ray of hope in the form of Katsuki Bakugo. And what can I say, the anime absolutely captured Bakugo's return so unbelievably well. I was cheering. Of course, if I did not get this scene spoiled by the leaks earlier on in the week, it would have been a huge moment. Just the fact that he's back in action and the art looks incredible, and the music, oh my goodness, the music was insane. That is more than enough to get me incredibly hyped up for the next episode. Despite all of that, I must say that I did prefer this shot in the manga of Bakugo holding that orb. He's in the front, jumping in the air, looking like he is the one who is going to save the day, while Deku and All Might can do nothing but cheer this guy on. This manga panel perfectly foreshadowed this moment. I'm sure there are going to be some nitpickers in the comments saying, but the manga had more detail than the anime. Well, of course it did, because look how fluid the anime looks. The way the animators animated Deku and Bakugo in this shot makes them look like they are appearing in slow motion. How on earth can they capture all that detail? I think the anime is a huge win. This episode not only was amazing in terms of the writing, character developments, and just the visuals, this episode felt like a starter to what is going to be the main course next week. And of course the weeks going on. I don't actually know what is going to happen and how Bakugo is going to save the day, but I am indeed an anime only, I have no idea. But overall, this episode was absolutely fantastic. For the first time in a long time, it does look like the entire My Hero Academia community are more or less in agreement. I have seen so many positive comments regarding this episode, which is quite rare, except for that one all-for-one shot. It is really great to see all of these positive comments, considering that way back in season 5 there was quite a lot of outrage regarding the My Hero Academia anime. Back in those days, people were hating on the animation and art because it did not live up to the manga. But look at where we are now. People are absolutely loving this episode and are incredibly hyped up for the next episode, and of course I am very excited to see what all the hype is, because these manga readers keep going on and on and on about how amazing the next episodes are going to be. Will Studio Bones deliver absolute greatness or fumble the bag? Hopefully not the latter, because ever since the second half of season 6, they have been delivering greatness upon greatness upon greatness. And I cannot wait for My Hero Academia season 8 episode 3 next week. Tell me in the comments down below, what do you guys think of all of this? Do you think Studio Bones did a great job at adapting the manga, or did they fumble the bag? Which is better, the manga or the anime? Tell me. Like this video, subscribe for more My Hero Academia videos, as well as other anime news updates, reviews, comparisons, breakdowns, rankings, and more. Thank you for watching. The Second Boy Dude signing out.